All right, what's up, guys? We are live, going live on X. We're live on YouTube. Hopefully this live is working. Basically, what we're going to do is we're just going to go over the slate. We're going to see if anybody has any questions, anything they want to talk about. We're going to try to build out a parlay, potentially maybe some home run parlays. Try to find some home run props. Pretty much just sitting here chatting, going over whatever. Honestly, it's not really scheduled. There's nothing too crazy here. This is just gonna be a random game here. All right. Looks like it's working. Okay, I will note that that we got some weather issues. I'm hoping some of this weather stays off. Dodger Stadium, we shouldn't have to worry about any rain there. Obviously, we got some dome games, so we don't have to worry about that. Kansas City, wind looks like it's kind of blowing in and across the plate. Cincinnati, 50 to 70% chance of precipitation. Slight wind blowing in, but I mean, I don't think the wind will really matter. That small outfield, it should be fine. So as long as the rain holds off in Cincy, we might see another delay there, though, which kind of sucks, but it slows the game down a lot, obviously. But John Means going, and then Andrew Abbott. So you got lefties going there. But we might as well start from the top. Like, we'll start with the Yankees game. It's the one that starts the soonest. I think this total's still at 7.5 for this game. 1 second here. All right. Okay, we're live. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so drop your picks if you guys have any questions or whatever. Drop them in the comments. I'll try to get to whatever questions there are. We'll start with the Yankees game. Honestly, this Yankees team has been terrible. Their last 5 games, they're batting about 180 versus right-handed pitching. They've scored 8 runs over the last 10 games. They should have got shut out yesterday. Josh Foley blew the save. I had the Tigers money line in that one. So taking a 1-0 lead into the bottom of the 9th versus the Yankees top of the lineup, or pretty much top of the lineup, is obviously a kind of sucks, but the Tigers could have held that game and won, but the Yankees walked it off. Whatever, is what it is. It happens. Let's see. I'll try to put up what games we're talking about, and then I'll share the screen for when we going over props and stuff. As far as this Tigers game, Casey Mize, Clark Schmidt. Look, as far as the weather goes, it looks like the wind is slightly blowing in 8 to 10 miles an hour at Yankee Stadium. If I was going to take anything here, I would take the Tigers' first 5 innings. I might probably take them first 5 plus a half. I don't know. This Texas Rangers bullpen. Let's see. Let's pull up the bullpen stats here. The bullpen over the last 14 days has been not the greatest. 5.40 ERA. Come on. 1.45 whip. Whereas the Yankees bullpen, 0.90 whip, 1.77 ERA over the last 2 weeks. Even the Tigers are struggling as far as striking pitchers or striking batters out. Their K rate is only 18.8%. The batting average that they're giving batters is 265. So this Tigers bullpen is struggling over the last 2 weeks. So I don't like the Tigers full game in this one as much as I did yesterday, especially after they blew it yesterday. But Casey Mize, Clark Schmidt. Casey Mize has been so. He's been serviceable. I mean, he hasn't given up a home run in 3 straight starts. His walks have been fairly down. There's one game where he lost his control a little bit. The Tigers offense backed him up there. His offense has been backing him up pretty much in every game. His strikeout numbers, not amazing, but he's limiting damage. So, I mean, two earned runs or less in most of his games. Clark Schmidt on the other side, 3 home runs given up in his last 3 starts, a home run in all 3 starts of his last 3 runs. He's limiting earned runs. A lot of the home runs he's given up are solo shots, but his strikeout numbers aren't bad. He can struggle with his control at times too. This one, I think, with the total at 7.5, it makes sense. I mean, the wind's blowing in. Like I said, if I was going to take anything, Tigers first 5 plus a half a run. I don't know. It's hard to go back to a team after they blew it yesterday. But I mean, the Tigers are 10-5 on the road. The Yankees are 9-5 at home. You look at these teams head to head. The Yankees have won 8 of the last 10 meetings, 2-7-1 to the under. So we see a lot of lower scoring games. If I was going to take anything as far as home run hitters in this one, it's kind of hard. Riley Green is the main guy right now for the Tigers. He's hitting the most solid is anyway. Let's see. Let's look at some hard hit percentage and stuff. Let's share. Okay, let's go. Make sure this is up. All right. Okay, here we go. So this is Tigers game. So Riley Green up here. His expected WOBA 398. His walk rate is high, so he gets on with the walks lots. Him and Mark Canha are kind of Wenzel Perez is coming into his own too, obviously. When you look at like barrel rate, look, he's got a huge barrel rate. He's hitting the ball hard. Kerry Carpenter's hit the ball hard. Mark Canha has been actually solid. Even though his barrel rate is not showing it, he's been solid. On the other side, no doubt it's Juan Soto, obviously Stanton, Judge. 3 guys that are the main go-to guys if you're betting home runs. Anthony Rizzo's been all right. Gleyber Torres can catch a couple here and there, but they're not as consistent. Even Judge hasn't been consistent. All right, so if you look at Casey Mize here, both these pitchers not giving up a crazy hard hit rate. Probably another reason why this total's lower. Clark Schmidt, 26% K rate, whereas Casey Mize only has a 16% K rate. His walk rate's low, whereas, Clark Schmidt's got double the walk rate. He uses his four seam and his slider a lot, whereas Clark Schmidt relies on that cutter quite a bit. He also has a fastball I think his fastball velocity is down actually too. Sorry, I got multiple things going on here trying to look at, but yeah, this one doesn't excite me too much as far as home runs. I wish if somebody's in New York, let me know how bad the wind's blowing, because I mean that 10-mile-an-hour wind could make all the difference in this game, and it could be like yesterday where we see another low scoring, no home runs kind of game. I don't really have anything. Riley Green and Juan Soto are my go-to guys with one on each side. Riley Green would be the let's see, where is this? Let's look at this game. All right, so here's RBIs. I think I put RBIs, doubles, and home runs in here. So sometimes you can bet on doubles instead of home runs, obviously, and you can catch some guys with doubles. Mark Canha's been all right. He's got 3 doubles in his last 10 games. No head-to-head doubles, so no recent doubles versus the Tigers. That's over the last couple years. Stanton has two RBIs in his last 5 games. You're seeing lines around plus 130 for Stanton. Juan Soto, the reason why his RBI line is higher is because he hits in the top of the lineup. Verdugo, I like him to score runs. RBIs aren't as bad. He's usually hitting bottom lineup here. Let's see. They got him hitting cleanup, actually. They got him hitting in the 4 spot today. Riley Green leading off, Mark Canha behind him, Wenzel Perez, Kerry Carpenter hitting cleanup. So Juan Soto hitting in the 2 spot. Usually to get an RBI, obviously Volpe would have to get on, and then Juan Soto would have to double or home run, and then he gets an RBI that way. Or else he later on in the couple innings, couple of the guys in the bottom of the lineup, like maybe Gleyber Torres or Cabrera gets on, and then Soto hits him in. So that would be a kind of a waste. Soto's going to get an RBI there. But as far as home runs, Juan Soto has 3 home runs in his last 10 games. Let's go home runs. So yeah, Soto 3 home runs, Rizzo 3 home runs, 1 home run for Soto in his last 5. Riley Green has 2 home runs in his last 5. Wenzel Perez 2 home runs in his last 5. Mark Canha hasn't hit a home run. He's got 2 in his last 10. Verdugo 2 home runs in his last 5. So nothing that like sticks out crazy with this Yankees game. If anybody has any questions, let me know. But right now, I'm not too crazy on this Yankees game. So other than taking the Tigers first 5, like I said in the YouTube video, I'm probably not too heavy on this game. So next game is the what is it? Red Sox Twins. Red Sox Twins, I think. Red Sox Twins, lefty Bernardino going versus Pablo Lopez. We got, I don't think the lineup's been fully, we got lineups confirmed here. Jarren Duran leading off, Rafael Devers, Tyler O'Neill behind him, Connor Wong hitting 5th spot, Willie Abreu hitting 4th spot. Ryan Jeffers hitting leadoff here. Ryan Jeffers has 3 doubles in his last 3 games. So he's hitting a double in 3 straight games. As far as home runs go here, nothing really has been sticking out for these guys. Not a lot of home runs being hit. Tyler O'Neill is my go-to guy for Boston. He hasn't hit one for a few games. I think it's 6 or 7 games now. He's kind of struggled when it comes to hitting versus the Twins. You can see Max Kepler here. He's hit a all right number versus the Twins. I like Edward Julien, but you kind of got to pick his spots. Connor Wong's not really done much. If you look at add doubles to this list, there's Ryan Jeffers. He's got 4 doubles now? 4 doubles in his last 5 games. So might not be bad to take Ryan Jeffers for a double. I actually might be doing it because with the way the balls have been going, the wind is blowing out in Minnesota, 8 to 10 miles an hour, maybe even up to 11 to 12 miles an hour. The humidity should be in the 70s, which is where you want it for ball carry. Increases the ball carry when the humidity's up there like that. So, I could see a couple in here. Pablo Lopez, let's see what his barrel rate is. Obviously, it's hard to go with the Red Sox as far as determining any kind of barrel rate because this is going to be a bullpen game for the Red Sox. The Twins hit lefties good, but they're only going to go. Bernardino's going to go 1 inning probably. He's got a low hard hit rate. His expected batting average is low. Everything. He's only going to go 1 or 2 innings max in this game. This Red Sox bullpen right now, 45 innings pitched over the last 14 days, 2.40 ERA, a whip below 1. Twins bullpen, 47 innings pitched over the last 14 days, 2.85 ERA with a whip below 1. So high strikeout rate, good bullpens on both sides. But I think Pablo Lopez could get hit a little bit here. He's got a 48% hard hit rate. His strikeout numbers are up, but they're pretty good. But his expected slugging is not the greatest. Honestly, it wouldn't shock me to see another lower scoring game like we seen yesterday. Let's see. Lopez does rely heavily on his fastball. He uses his fastball quite a bit. So I don't know. I don't mind this Ryan Jeffers to get a double though. Like you could probably get it as good as plus 450. It's like betting a home run, but all he's got to do, if he hits one that hangs a little bit, he hits one to the track and he drops, then he's getting a double because he can run. Let's look at his sprint speed. Ryan Jeffers. Ryan Jeffers, 26.4. It's just kind of like average. It's not great, but I think he can get there. He's been consistent. That's the only thing I'll say is Ryan Jeffers has been consistent with hitting doubles. He's got good numbers head to head. I mean, you're getting decent. Let's see. Where are we at here? Ryan Jeffers plus 375. Some of these other DraftKings plus 360 for people that have DraftKings. Oops. Plus 375 at BetMGM. Plus 375 at Bet365. So I might play Ryan Jeffers to hit a double. It's going to be tough, obviously. This with bullpen games, it's really hard to handicap bullpen games. Looking at Tyler O'Neill on the other side. Let's see. Where's Pablo Lopez in this one? I think he's Pablo Lopez. Yeah. He's given up home runs in 4 straight starts. He gave up 2 home runs versus the Angels. Obviously, that was in Anaheim. So, I mean, it's a little different. But, I mean, Pablo Lopez can give up home runs. And you look at, I mean, Tyler O'Neill, like I said, is the go-to guy. You're getting a better number with him. Tyler O'Neill to hit a doubles plus 425. Him to get a home run is plus 500. And I mean, it goes to the pitching matchup. It goes a little bit to the park factor here. Tyler O'Neill does have 7 home runs, batting 279 versus right-handed pitching. As far as versus Pablo Lopez, I think he's 0 for 7 in his career versus Lopez. But he has seen him before, so it's not going to be like the first time. I took the Red Sox first 5 plus a half in the video on this one. But as far as the full game, I don't have a full game. I lean to the Red Sox in the full game. The Twins have won 11 games in a row. They're not going to be able to keep that up. In a pretty evenly matched bullpen game, Red Sox, in my opinion, are just a little bit better as far as the bullpen goes. If the Red Sox can get their offense going off Lopez, which is very doable, we've seen it in some of his last games. He's given up the ball, home runs. He's given up 7 earned runs in his last 9 innings. So, and that was to the Angels and White Sox, a little bit weaker lineup teams. So the Red Sox should be able to. I think they can get to him. I don't mind him at plus the Red Sox at plus money here. All right, and let's go Cardinals White Sox. Lance Lynn and Eric Fede, the KBO All-Star going. Again, I went to the first 5 innings on this one. The White Sox bullpen for me is not the greatest. Let's see, where's the numbers? White Sox over the last 2 weeks, 6.38 ERA. The Cardinals bullpen over the last 2 weeks, 5.01 ERA. Both have the White Sox whip 1.77, allowing hitters to hit 295 off the bullpen. Cardinals allowing 250. So once again, I went to the first 5 innings. I targeted the first 5 on the White Sox here. That's due a little bit, has a little bit to do with Eric Fede in this one. All right, when we go, let's look at doubles, home runs. We can add RBIs here. Andrew Benintendi's actually been a pretty good guy for this White Sox team. Tommy Pham's coming into it. Let's see, he's got Tommy Pham to get a double. Let's look at his sprint speed. All right, Ryan Jeffers to hit a double. Oh, that's home run shit. Player doubles. All right, Jeffers. What did I say? Tommy Pham. Okay, so Eric Fede, Lance Lynn. Okay, so Tommy Pham has actually a decent sprint speed, 27.1. He's hitting pretty well when it comes to so far versus righties, versus right-handed pitching so far this season. Since he's signed with the White Sox, he's hitting 360. He's got a home run, 945 OPS, and only a 7.7% K rate versus right-handed pitching. He's seen Lance Lynn at least a handful of times over the last couple years. I mean, he hasn't had the greatest numbers versus him in his career, but let's see. Benintendi, 16 at bats. I'm just going back last 5 years. I'm not going like all history, but Andrew Benintendi, 16 at bats, 313 average, 3 RBIs, 915 OPS. Benintendi's hitting 221 off versus right-handed pitchers. He's got 3 home runs, 16.2% K rate. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't mind Tommy Pham to get a double here. I like the way Tommy Pham's hitting. Lance Lynn can give up a lot of contact. His ERA actually goes up more when he's at home. He pitches at home. We've seen him get hit a few times this season already. His let's see, he's not giving up like a huge ground ball amount, so which is good if you're trying to hit doubles. His ground ball to fly ball ratio is pretty similar. He uses his four-seamer and his cutter quite a bit. So a hanging fastball, a cutter that doesn't break enough. I could see Benintendi catching one, Tommy Pham. I could see both those guys. Maybe if they don't hit a home run, I could see it being a double. Tommy Pham has 2 doubles in his last 3 games. I don't know. I don't mind it. You're getting 350, 340. Let's see. Yeah, 340s. The 350 is the best line I'm seeing for this one. So Tommy Pham to hit a double, I don't mind it. My other go-to guys for the home runs as far as White Sox. I mean, there's not too many of them. It's Eloy Jimenez, Andrew Benintendi, or Tommy Pham. That's pretty much the only 3 you go to. On the Cardinals side, I mean, I don't know. There's not really much that excites me about this Cardinals team right now. Ivan Herrera was starting to come on, and then he just kind of slowed right down. Wilson Contreras has been solid. I think he's got I think Wilson Contreras has a couple home runs in his last few games here. The thing with the Cardinals is they can strike out a lot. They're a heavy strikeout team. I did take the White Sox first 5 innings plus a half again. We've seen lots of unders this in the month of May. Game total unders, lower scoring games. We're seeing yesterday was a crazy nerfy day. I was busy doing stuff, and I didn't even bet any nerfies. Of course, they all go nerfy pretty much. So congrats to everybody that was betting on those nerfies because they killed it. But these 2 teams head-to-head, the last 10 meetings, 7 of them have went under. Another low-scoring game yesterday, obviously, 3-0. Two runs in the first inning, a run in the 5th inning, I think, and then nothing. So I thought that was going to be a little bit bigger win for the Cardinals just due to the bullpen pitching matchup and stuff. But now you get Eric Fedde, 20 strikeouts in his last 14 and a third innings. He's only given up one home run in his last 3 starts, no walks in his last 2 starts. So a pitcher that's been solid when it comes to strikeouts versus a team that can that's striking out on average 24% of the time right now. I don't mind Fedde I was looking at his alternate strikeout line too. I think his line's set at 4.5. And I mean, that's probably due to him potentially not going deep into this game, but he could get Eric Fedde could get 10 strikeouts in 4 innings. I mean, it's possible, but he would have to be pitching lights out. But I mean, the Cardinals can strike out enough. Eric Fedde to get 8 strikeouts is plus 600. Him to get 7 strikeouts is plus 320. I mean, you're hoping that he doesn't regress, obviously, and you're hoping that the White Sox he doesn't get absolutely blown out. But the Twins strike out quite a bit. Same with just like the Cardinals do. So he struck out 11 in 6 innings versus the Twins. He went 8 in the 3rd innings. He had to get 9 strikeouts versus the Rays. So he's probably going to have to get at least 5 innings to get 6 or more strikeouts. If he gets six strikeouts is plus 150. That would probably be a not bad one. Taking him to get Eric Fetty to get 6 or more strikeouts at plus money. Tommy Pham to hit a double. As far as Cardinals bats go, I mean, none of these guys really. Lars Nootbaar maybe. Like he hasn't hit a double for a couple games, but he does have 2 doubles in his last 5 games. He is hitting. Let's see, Lars Nootbaar. What do you got? Nootbaar is only hitting 184. His strikeout numbers are low, but his OPS is only 591. So I like Tommy Pham more than I like Nootbaar. Tommy Pham, you're going to guarantee he's going to get at least 4 at bats. Yeah, this Cardinals team just doesn't have very good numbers. They have high strikeout rates. They're not like 4 home runs. Wilson Contreras leads the team with 4 home runs versus righties. He's got 5 home runs altogether on the season. Like this Cardinals team is not mashing the ball. They're not hitting home runs. 5 home runs. Gorman has 4. Brendan Donovan has 3. Ivan Herrera has 3. Goldschmidt has 2. Like this team's brutal. Arenado has 1. I don't know. This Cardinals team just does not excite me. Only reason I took them yesterday is because I figured they were getting that win. So let's move on here. Brewers Cubs, Wrigley Field showdown. Lean to the Brewers yesterday. I still like the Brewers. The Cubs 5.10 ERA over the last 2 weeks. Brewers have an ERA just below 4. Pretty even when it comes to whip, 1.44 whip, allowing hitters to hit about 240, 250 off them. So the bullpen's a little bit evenly matched. I do trust the Brewers bullpen more. You got, I think it's Tobias Myers and Jameson Taillon. Yesterday, we seen another low-scoring game, 3-1. 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have went under. Okay. William Contreras has been really good for the Brewers. I have him on my fantasy baseball team, actually. Obviously, Willy Adames is a threat. Willy Adames, 5 home runs, batting .308 versus right-handed pitching. Adames also has a home run in his career versus Taillon in, I think, minimal at-bats. Willy Adames also has just a barrel rate just over 7. So he's got an RBI in four games straight. 4 RBIs, 1 RBI yesterday. He continues to hit pretty well. He should be in the top of the lineup in this one. No, maybe the Brewers lineups hasn't been confirmed 100% yet. I'm seeing lineup not officially confirmed, but Adames should be hitting around the 3 spot. On the other side, Christopher Morel hitting cleanup today. He hit a home run yesterday. But you look at Adames, 5 home runs and 104 at-bats versus righties, 21% K rate. He's got a home run. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest numbers, but him and Gareth Sanchez and Rice Hoskins, all have home runs off of Jameson Taillon. When you look at the Cubs versus right-handed pitching, Christopher Morel doesn't have the greatest average, but he has 5 home runs. Michael Busch has been cooled off since he went on that streak of 5-6 home runs straight. He hasn't hit one since. Mike Tauchman, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. He hasn't been hitting a lot lately. Nico Horner. As far as, let's see. I don't know if I'm going to take any home run props in what could be a low-scoring game at Wrigley. If I was going to take one, it would be, I mean, it's kind of a toss-up between Adames or Christopher Morel. I mean, each are very capable of hitting a home run. Morel's got 3 home runs in his last 5 games. Adames has 2 home runs in his last 5. Hoskins has 1 home run. I don't know. I don't know. This one's tough for me. I still lean to the Brewers if I was going to take a side in this one, just because I think their bullpen's a little bit better. I trust the Brewers a little bit more, but I don't really have any home run picks for this one. This one is a little bit tougher as far as, let's see, Brewers. All right. William Contreras, Nico Horner. Nico Horner has good speed. That's the one thing I will say about Horner is he's got good sprint speed, so he could hit a nicely hit ball that would be a single for some people, and he could still get to second. 28%, yeah, 28 as far as sprint speed. The fastest guy on the team is Pete Crow Armstrong as far as running bases. On the Brewers side, the fastest guy as far as sprint speed numbers go is Bryce Terang, which is why he steals a lot of bases. Nico Horner. Michael Busch, not bad numbers versus righties. I think he hit a double yesterday too. He's got doubles in back-to-back games. Michael Busch, let's see. Michael Busch, what's your sprint speed here? 27. That's not bad. It's above average, but not great. It's not anything crazy, but potentially, let's see. I might have to throw Michael Busch in there. Let's try it. Yesterday I hit 3 of these, but they're hard to hit because it's just like a home run prop, really. All right, let's go. What's the next game up here? Let's see. All right, Rockies Pirates. Got I think it's Austin Gomber going against Jared Jones, righty versus lefty. Yesterday, the Rockies got it done, 3-2 win. I think Ryan McMahon hit a 3-run shot in that one. Austin Gomber going. He gave up 3 home runs to the Astros his last start. He's made what? He's given up 5 home runs in his last four starts. Pittsburgh, obviously not a heavy home run hitting team, but all right. Ryan McMahon can hit doubles. Let's see. Oops. I was looking at Connor Joe, but I think he's been pretty cold. He's got 1. He's hit 1 home run in his last 10 games, 1 in his last 5. So honestly, taking home run props in Pittsburgh, not my favorite thing to do. Looks like this total's dropping down. Could potentially see a rain delay during the game. Winds blowing in. That makes me definitely not like home run props as much, especially on 2 teams that don't hit a lot of home runs in general. Let's see. I think Jared Jones could potentially rack up some strikeouts here, which also is, let's see, versus lefties, so righties. Oops. All right, last week versus right-handed pitching. What are the Rockies hitting? 32.4% strikeout as a team. Jared Jones could rack up some strikeouts. The Rockies could definitely struggle in this one. This game could get rained out. Definitely doesn't excite me. Not a lot to look at. Not a lot of good numbers even going through these. Ryan McMahon, Elias Diaz has 4 doubles in his last 10. No good home run numbers. What about strikeouts? Batter strikeouts here. Over. And you want to look at under strikeouts. All right. Look at these. Over 1.5. Ezekiel Tovar over 1.5 strikeouts. Has hit in 3 of his last 5 games. Yeah, I don't really love this game. There's nothing here that stolen bases. Not a lot going on here. Yeah, this game's just ugly, man. I don't know. All right, next one. Going to Jays Nationals here. Another game. Weather could potentially be an issue. I'm seeing like anywhere from 50 to 80% chances of rain. High humidity here in Nationals Park. Looks like the temperatures are kind of like around the 60-degree mark. I don't know. This game could get postponed. If anybody's in Washington, that would be, let me know, because I'd be interesting to see what the weather's like there. The Blue Jays bullpen is just terrible. Both these bullpens are pretty similar as far as ERA over the last couple weeks, but we seen it yesterday. Eric Swanson comes in, gives up 4 runs. The Jays blow a 2-run lead and lose the game. They end up giving 8 runs. Their bullpen gives up 8 runs. They're bad. Their bullpen is not good. This team is below 50-50. Am I going to lay juice with Gausman and the Blue Jays after yesterday? Especially not. They burned me for $1,200, $1,300 or whatever it was. Yeah, Kevin Gausman has been all right. He started off not good. He kind of has come in a little bit better, but this Blue Jays team is still 7-11 on the road, so they're terrible on the road. The Nationals are 5-8 at home, but at least the Nationals are a 50-50 team. They're covering the +1.5s. They're 20-12 on the spread. Blue Jays are not covering. I trust the Nationals more right now than I do Blue Jays. This could be another one we see it. Maybe it's a little bit slower, but the Nationals have owned this matchup, won 7 of the last 10 meetings, 7-2-1 to the over. Kevin Gausman, over his last 5 starts, has an ERA around 2.6. His last outing versus the Dodgers, went 7 innings, gave up only 1 solo home run, 5 strikeouts, no walks. So pretty good. That's traditional Kevin Gausman. That was in Toronto, which has become more of a pitcher-friendly ballpark. And then he pitched versus the Royals. He pitched versus the Yankees. He got his last 3 starts have been solid. He got roughed up versus the Rockies at home, where it was huge. They were huge favorites in that one, and they absolutely got destroyed there. Gausman was terrible. Since that outing, he's bounced back for the most part, giving up only 1 home run. He sometimes can struggle with the walks. Jake Irvin on the other side, he gave up a home run his last start to the Marlins, only 3 strikeouts in 6 innings. Not the greatest, obviously. His 6 earned runs to the Dodgers. Of these 2 pitchers, I trust Gausman a little bit more, but I trust the Nationals as far as their offense a little bit more too. So I'm probably not betting this game. It could get rained out. If I was going to look at anything and prop-wise in this game, I don't know. CJ Abrams is kind of the go-to guy. Jesse Winker's been all right. Let's see. Who could hit a double in this? I don't know if we like home runs. Let's see. Let's go this way. Danny Jansen, 3 home runs his last 5 games. Everybody else has just hit 1. Not a lot for home runs. Nick Senzel was on fire there on that road trip, but kind of slowed down now. I don't know. I don't love the home run side of this game. I could see some home runs given up to these bullpens, but if this game gets postponed or delayed or whatever, it definitely makes it a little bit harder for both hitters and pitchers. But Justin Turner, 3 home runs with versus righties. Dalton Varsho has 5 home runs. Davis Schneider's good average. He's just not hitting long balls. Danny Jansen, 3 home runs, 269 with a 1.097 OPS versus right-handed pitching. And you see he's hit those 3 home runs in his last 5 games. Let's see. I don't know if it doesn't look like the Blue Jays Nationals lineups have been fully confirmed yet. So it might be I don't know, maybe Jansen's not even in the lineup. Doubles. Vargas, 3 doubles in his last 5. Nick Senzel, another guy. I was just talking about Senzel as far as hitting. I could see him hitting a double here. Let's see, sprint speed. CJ Abrams has good running. He can steal bases. He can run fast. Senzel's kind of below, just 26.8. Who else? CJ Abrams. Kind of like Abrams here, honestly. Skipping that. 425. CJ Abrams to hit a double plus 310. It's not bad. Guy that's hit 2 in his last 5 games. Got a good sprint speed, 28 over 28. As far as run speed, 28. It's a good number. It's in the high side anyway. As far as guys hitting the ball hard, CJ Abrams has a 9.4 or 9.3% barrel rate. So he can hit the ball good. He can hit those doubles. So I'll take CJ Abrams here. All right, what's next one up? Marlins Athletics here. CJ Abrams for a steal. Let's go. Yeah, I could see it, honestly. Let's see. I would like this. Let's see. Be nice to know who's behind the plate, because I think, where is it? Where's his pop time? Yeah, if it's Danny Jansen, he's a little bit better as far as pop time, getting up and throwing batters out. Alejandro Kirk, just because, a little bit to do with his size. He's a little bit slower on his exchange. His arm's not as good. So if Kirk's in the lineup, I would definitely like steals there a little bit more. His chances of throwing batters out goes down, so your steals go up. He's just a lot slower as far as getting those batters out. That one slight second, so changes everything. So yeah, I could see Abrams getting some. I could see him stealing a couple bases, honestly. Would not surprise me. What's his number at right now? Let's see. Stolen. Should be around plus 300, eh? So yeah, he didn't. Let's see. Oh shit. Stolen base. Right there. So he's got 2 stolen bases the last 5 games. He hasn't stolen a base over his last 3. There's this. Head-to-head, he's got 4 stolen bases his last 4 games. 3 of those came in one game. He's got 3 stolen bases over his last 10. So that's not bad, honestly. It's a good shot that he could get one. I'm hoping this game doesn't get rained out. We're seeing guys like Ellie De La Cruz, CJ Abrams, plus 200. Yeah, I just looked at it, plus 180. I was seeing on 365 there. So yeah, it's not doesn't really surprise me. It kind of tells you a little bit of something that he can definitely get on and take one. So she don't mind it. especially if Kirk's in the lineup. If Kirk is behind the plate catching, I like that even a little bit more. I'm going to go to MLB.com and see if they updated this. Still pretty early, I guess. There's still 4 hours till first pitch, so I don't know if they announced the lineup. Some of them, yeah, I'm still not seeing them there. But yeah, I don't mind it, honestly. Plus 200, I think it's worth a shot. Okay, Athletics, Marlins. Let's see. Athletic Marlins. Tyler Nevin has been mashing the ball when it comes to hitting home runs. You got 2 lefties going here. I'm taking. Oh wait, is it 2 lefties? No, Blackburn's going. Yeah, it's Trevor Rogers, the lefty, going here. I trust the Athletics more. Luis Arias is on the move, so he's probably shouldn't be in the lineup. I don't think he's going to San Diego, so that takes away a big bat. The A's won yesterday, 3-1. Now you get Trevor Rogers, who's been kind of struggling. Home runs in back-to-back starts, 7 strikeouts over his last 10 2/3 innings, 6 earned runs, 11 hits. Oakland's been fairly good at home. Blackburn got roughed up his last start, but he's faced some tough lineups. Rogers, other than the Braves, he hasn't really faced anybody that's too crazy. I could see Blackburn getting a decent outing here. I do trust this A's team more than the Marlins. Usually the Marlins won those 3 games versus the Rockies, so they're probably due to lose about 20 in a row now. Would not surprise me at all. I mean, other than Josh Bell and Jazz Chisholm, Jesus Sanchez, Brian De La Cruz, they're not like a crazy deep team. Brent Rooker hit a home run yesterday. He's got a 17.5% barrel rate. I like Brent Rooker. And then, Tyler Nevin, he's starting to come in. He's got about an 8% barrel rate. So let's see. As far as who's stealing bases, Abraham Toro, 3 stolen bases in his last. Oh, sorry. This is the wrong one. Oh, he hit a double yesterday, actually. Let's see. All right. All right. Toro has a home run in his last 5. He's got 3 doubles in his last 5 games. Let's see how he hits versus lefties. 350 average and 40 plate appearances versus lefties, 14.3% K rate. He doesn't really hit like huge power, but I mean, these are just like betting home run props in a sense. Abraham Toro to hit a double, I don't mind it if it's at least plus 350. Stolen bases. No. Let's see what else. Brian De La Cruz. He hits right. He's not bad. Not too many fucking screens here. Yeah. I'm taking the A's money line in this game. If I was going to take a side, that's the Marlins. You would have to just give me a bigger price, and I don't really trust Trevor Rogers. I don't really trust this lineup a ton. Minus 120 with the A's is what I played the A's at. They're like a 50-50 team this year, which has surprised a lot of people. Like I said, Tyler Nevin has been on fire. I don't know. I think Blackburn could potentially have a good start. I also trust this A's bullpen way more. This Marlins bullpen is still one of the worst in the league. Let's see. They've gotten better over the last couple weeks, but I mean they faced some bad teams too. A's bullpen over the last 2 weeks: 2.2 ERA, 0.989 WHIP, 177 batting average allowed, striking out over 28% of guys, and a low walk rate. So they're getting the chases. They're limiting the hard hits. I like their numbers. Barrel rate's really low. Haven't taken a loss in the last 2 weeks. This A's bullpen's solid, man. Like everything about their bullpen has been good. The Marlins, I think this full season, 4.39 ERA, 10% walk rate, 1.44 whip. Like not the greatest, obviously. So I would take the A's money line in this game for sure. I think they get another. They probably win this game somewhat similar. I mean, they've won 5 games in a row, so they're starting to gel as a team. And like I said, I just trust them a little bit more than I do the Marlins. It looks like there's a chance of rain at this game too. Wind blowing out 10 to 12 miles an hour. I don't know. The humidity will be super high if the precipitation does come in like it's supposed to. Hopefully it stays away, but I don't know. There could be lots of rainouts in this slate today, which will suck, but nothing we can do about weather. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm taking the A's money line. I might play Abraham Toro to hit a double. If I was gonna take a home run player, Brent Rooker's got decent numbers. Where is it? Let's see. Brent Rooker's got 2 home runs. Tyler Nevin, 3 home runs, batting .310. I mean, he's the hot hitter. He's got 3 home runs in his last 5 games, batting .310 versus lefties. Rogers can definitely he's given up home runs back-to-back starts. He can definitely give up home runs. If this game goes, maybe Tyler Nevin can hit another one. Tyler Nevin or Brent Rooker would be my 2 go-to guys in that game. All right, Giants Phillies. Let's yesterday the Phillies got the win. They won the first 5 innings, gave out the first 5 plus the full game. They held on, thankfully. Let's see, where's the Phillies here? Phillies and Giants bullpens over the last couple of weeks here, pretty similar. Phillies 4.50 ERA over 36 innings pitched for the last 2 weeks, 1.39 whip, allowing batters to hit about 267, but they do have a 27% strikeout rate. Walk rate's a little bit down. It's not bad. 6.9% walk rate. Giants, on the other hand, ERA about 4, 1.23 whip, 240 batting average allowed. So pretty similar. I mean, I've said before on videos I don't trust this Giants bullpen a ton. But in this situation, Keaton, Wynn, and Ranger Suarez, I mean, Suarez has been solid. Yeah, this one's a tough one as far as the side. I mean, the Phillies have been getting wins, but the Giants have owned these recent meetings. And you're minus 175 with the Phillies. I'm definitely not going to bet straight, especially at a total that's set at 7. It's like this could be a pitcher's duel through the first 5 innings potentially. Giants have won 7 of the last 10. Keaton Wynn, he's got 1 earned run in 3 straight starts, so he's only given up 1 earned run. His strikeout numbers are about one strikeout per inning, 1 strikeout per inning. He's given up 2 home runs in his last 3 starts. Ranger Suarez gave up a home run his last start to the Padres. He had 8 strikeouts in 8 innings. He's been solid as far as giving up earned run. He has 1 earned run in his last 4 starts altogether. So obviously they're projecting that the Giants struggle potentially in this one. When it comes to the Giants hitting lefties, they're over the last 5 games, like pretty much non-existent. They're just not hitting them. Phillies hitting 240 versus righties. So obviously the books think that this one could be a lower scoring Phillies win based on some of the numbers. I'm probably not betting this game as far as a side today. I just don't really like the number as much. But I could see the Phillies getting the win, honestly. I don't really love their bullpen. That's where I could see them giving it away. But Let's go last week. San Francisco last week. Where is it? Giants last week. They don't have a huge sample size, so 42 plate appearances, 132 batting average over the last week. Doesn't really give you a lot, but I mean, it's enough to say that they're struggling versus lefties. As far as their lineup, I know for a fact Lamont Wade Jr. shouldn't be in the lineup. He doesn't hit when it comes to batting versus lefties. He only bats versus right-handed pitchers. So if a lefty comes in, he gets taken out or he doesn't start the game. Jorge Soler does have 2 home runs versus Ranger Suarez in his career. 2 home runs. I think he's 2 home runs. He's also got 2 home runs batting .281 versus left-handed pitching, but he only has a 4% barrel rate. So he hasn't been like super stellar like they were hoping for when they picked him up. He was definitely hitting better in Miami, but he goes to a lot different ballpark now, so that kind of affects it a little bit. But he's got 3 RBIs, 878 OPS versus left-handed pitching. Nothing really too stellar. Matt Chapman, 313 average with a home run, 903 OPS. A lot of these guys. Michael Conforto has 3 home runs, batting .290 versus lefties. But yeah, Jorge Soler, two home runs, 4 RBIs, 9 at-bats versus Ranger Suarez. On the other side, the Phillies versus righties. Kyle Schwarber has 5 home runs. His average is bad, but it's because he usually just strikes out most of the time if he doesn't hit a far ball. As far as the weather, it might be like a crosswind. Again, could be some humidity in the air, potential rain, lower temperatures. Let's see. What can we see? Bryson Stott here. 3 stolen bases in his last 5 games. He has a stolen base in 3 of his last 5 games. On the other side, Thairo Estrada, 2 stolen bases or 2 doubles in his last 5 games. I don't usually like taking stolen bases versus left-handed pitchers as much. I mean, they could steal second from third, but stealing first from second is a lot harder when that pitcher's looking like right at you. It's a little bit harder to get that jump. Easier to be picked off, in my opinion. But Estrada hit a double yesterday. He can run fast. He's got good sprint speed. He's usually in the top of the lineup, I think. He might be hitting bottom of the lineup now. He used to hit leadoff, but I think they might have moved him just because he's been, he's been struggling. And he's facing a lefty. He hits lefties absolutely abysmally. So I probably would not touch that one. I think that one's a stay away from me just because he can't hit. You're hoping he's going to get it probably off the Phillies bullpen most likely. So yeah, I'm going to stay away from that one. Bryson Stott to get a stolen base, though. He's got 3 in his last 5. He got one yesterday. He hits righties pretty well. Let's see. Pretty average, I guess, but his strikeout rate's low, so he could get on first, steal second. He's got a 13.8% K rate versus righties, so he could walk and get on and steal second. So don't mind that. Should be around, let's see, plus 300, plus 350 maybe, depending on your book. So I don't mind Bryson Stott. He's always live, especially if it's a close game. You'll know that him, Trey Turner, a couple of those guys will definitely be looking for to steal some bags. So don't mind Bryson Stott to get another one. Trey Turner stole 2 bases that one game versus the Angels, I think 5 or 6 games ago, whatever it was. But other than that, since then, I don't think he's stolen one. Alec Boehm has been hitting righties good. Let's see. Alec Boehm, Brandon Marsh, 6 home runs, 18 RBIs, 931 OPS, and a 301 average versus righties. Boehm, 346 average, 14 RBIs, 967 OPS. Boehm does well versus righties and lefties. I mean, I'd probably take the Giants plus 1.5 before I laid the minus 1.5 with the Phillies, but I could also see this being a 4-1 game. So probably not betting the side on this one. But I don't mind Bryson Stott to steal a base. I think that it's probably like the best prop. If I was going to take a home run hitter, just due to power, it would probably be Schwarber. He should be around plus 350. He can hit versus righties. Come on, good mouse. Why are you dying on me? But Bryson Stott to steal a bag is probably the other one. So that's pretty much all I got for that. You can see up to the top here. Not bad numbers. If you're getting around plus 354, it might be worth a shot. But what's the next one? Man, usually there's like 200 people in here. Nobody watching today. Whatever. Angels Guardians next. Is this game gonna get rained out? I don't know. Angels Guardians looks like another one potential precipitation, but I don't think it should get rained out. But wind blowing out. Reed Detmer's lefty going. Ben Lively, definitely not my favorite starting pitcher. Yesterday, I knew the Guardians were in a bad spot after that Astros series, but I wasn't expecting the Angels to shut out the Guardians yesterday. Definitely was surprised by that one. Now the Angels come in this. They're just below 50-50 on the road. Guardians 8-5 at home. Both teams are 17, 15, and 17 and 13 to the over. 5-5 head-to-head last 10. 3-6-1 to the under. Detmer's his last outing, 5 earned runs to the Twins. He did go 5 innings in that one. This one again, the Angels bullpen is definitely really concerning compared to the Guardians bullpen. Ben Lively, he's got 12 strikeouts in his last 11 innings, just under 2 earned runs, 1 home run, 2 walks. So not terrible numbers. As far as the Angels hitting versus righties over the last 5 games, 273 average. Guardians hitting 243 versus lefties. I mean, Taylor Ward is my kind of go-to guy versus righties. He hasn't been hitting home runs lately, but he can still get on base, and he's got 20 RBIs. And Nick how do you say his name? Shawnuel, I think. He hit a home run yesterday. I think it was Ohapi that hit one too. Or no, maybe it was Moniak. Shawnuel, 250 average, 10 RBIs versus righties. These guys haven't seen Ben Lively, I don't think. So it'll be first time that they're going through Ben Lively. On the other side, the Guardians, some of these guys have seen Reed Detmers before. Jose Ramirez, 375 average with a home run, a 1.444 OPS. Austin Hedges has a home run, 7 at-bats. Josh Naylor, 300 average versus left-handed pitching with 2 home runs. Jose Ramirez, 286 average with 2 home runs. Both those guys would Jose Ramirez or Josh Naylor are pretty much the go-to guys if you're looking at home runs. I mean, Detmer's expected numbers are pretty good. So it looks like his hard hit rate is actually down compared to last season. He does rely heavily on that fastball. So I could see him potentially leaving one hanging and give one up to Josh Naylor or Jose Ramirez. But other than that, I don't really know about I don't really have a side for this game that I like. The Guardians after yesterday, they probably bounce back, but this line has been dropping. It's like, I don't know. This is a tough one. Angels hit better versus righties. The Angels have the worst bullpen, so that's where I could see this game opening up is later on in the bullpen. Yeah, definitely not my favorite. That was my favorite game. As far as props go, Ohapi has 2 doubles in his last 5. Adele has 2 doubles. Adele can run is just as long as he keeps his like base running thinking up. Because his problem is he doesn't. I don't know. He overruns bases. He gives up when he starts running. Like, I don't know. He's weird, man. You see him stealing bases, then he comes off the bag and gets tagged. You're like, what are you doing? Or he overruns. I don't know. It's just weird watching that guy on the bases sometimes. His own coaches have said it's pathetic watching him run the bases sometimes. So Nolan Shawnoel, 2 RBI or 2 home runs in his last 5 games. He hit one like yesterday, like I said. Renhefro's been stealing bases. I don't know if let's see who should be. I don't know if it's Bo Naylor behind the plate or what for this one. Could be Austin Hedges. I don't know. But I mean, Josh Naylor might be hitting cleanup. I might take Josh Naylor for a home run. But other than that, last year the Guardians were big for stealing bases. This year they haven't really been doing it as often. Like Steven Kwan, Andres Jimenez, kind of slowed down a little bit this year. They still get the odd one, but not like at the rate that they were stealing bases last year. Let's see. Ben Lively, 4 hits, 5 hits. Angels. Detmers, I don't know. I can see Detmers giving up some hits here. His last 2 outings have not been good, but I mean it was to the Twins who were were on fire, and then Orioles. So Orioles hit lefties well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot for this game. If I was gonna bet a player to hit a double, it would probably be Ohapi on the Angels side, just because he hits. Usually, he should be top of the lineup, I think, but or maybe they're moving him down further. I don't know. Maybe it's Shawnoel that's hitting top of the lineup now. Brian Rocchio. Yeah, I don't really have anything that's sticking out crazy, but I would potentially look at Josh Naylor for a home run. That would be one that I would look at. But other than that, that's kind of it. All right, another game that could potentially have some weather issues. 50 to 70% precipitation rate, humidity in the air again. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Let's see, the Reds struggle versus left-handed pitchers, man. They have a bad. I mean, John Means is making his first start of the season, so I don't know how deep he's going to go. As far as him in AAA, I think he pitched 18 innings. 18 and 2/3 innings, 8.68 ERA, 1.55 WHIP, 0.904 OPS. He got absolutely destroyed in AAA. Andrew Abbott, 33 innings pitched so far this season, 3.27 ERA, 1.12 WHIP, 693 OPS. His xFIP's 449, so not the greatest for Abbott, but his ERA on the season is not terrible. I don't know what to expect from John Means. I lean to the Orioles just because maybe he comes back to John Means' form before he got injured, but I don't know how deep he's going to go. But the Orioles smash lefties. There's no denying that. They get a lefty. Yesterday with the rain delay versus a righty, they still managed to get it going. I think it was Ryan O'Hearn that hit a 2-run shot to pretty much ice that game in the end. But you got these two teams versus lefties. The Reds are hitting 133 versus lefties over the last 5 games, scoring 2 runs or less most of the time. Orioles hitting 321. they can score lots of runs. So, I mean, I trust the O's offense more. When you look at a lot of the Reds versus left-handed pitchers, their numbers are not very good. Most of them struggle. They strike out quite a bit. I mean, if this was Andrew Means in true form, you'd probably see the O's as pretty heavy favorites. John Means has been known to get strikeouts, but since nobody knows really what to expect from him and how deep he's going to go in this game, it makes it a little tougher. But the best hitter as far as number-wise versus lefties on this Reds team, Tyler Stevenson has 2 home runs, but his average is bad. Fairchild has a 303 average, but I mean, most of that's just getting on base. A lot of these guys strike out quite a bit. Christian Encarnacion Strand, 35% K rate. Yeah, like a lot of these guys can strike out quite a bit. I don't know if John Means is going to bring his strikeout stuff or not. Nobody knows really how good he's going to be in this game, but I still got to take the Orioles. Slight favorite. You're not going to see them slight favorite very often. So Gunnar Henderson's got a 14% barrel rate. He's 3 home runs, batting .313 versus lefties. Adley Rutschman, 3 home runs, batting .449, 15 RBIs versus lefties. Ryan Mountcastle, 3 home runs, batting .316. So pretty much that whole top 6 of that lineup: Gunnar, Rutschman, Mountcastle, Santander, Westberg. Jorge Mateo, I don't think hits crazy versus lefties. Not as much for power, but he can get on base. He's got an OPS over 1, 310 average. Ryan O'Hearn probably not in the lineup versus a lefty, I don't think. Let's see. Then you got Cowser, McCann, McKenna. Cowser 200 average with 2 home runs. So Cowser kind of struggles in the bottom. McKenna hasn't really seen lefties, so no data really there. Westberg, 273 average, not bad, 9 RBIs. So for the most part, most of the Orioles can get on base, can hit, good OPS. Some of them, Adley Rutschman doesn't strike out a ton versus lefties, which was good. Ryan Mountcastle, not too bad as far as strikeout numbers. Honestly, Rutschman, Gunnar, Henderson, and Mountcastle would be my go-to on this side. It's kind of hard to, he almost got to hit a home run here, but Rutschman hit a double yesterday. I don't know. It's really interesting to see what happens with this game. Rutschman. Ellie De La Cruz, 2 doubles in his last 5. James McCann hit 2 doubles last 5. Mateo, 2 stolen bases last 5. Mateo can run. He stole a base yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, he's got the highest sprint speed on the whole team, too. And then you got Ellie De La Cruz, who has even higher sprint speed. Those 2 guys obviously stolen bases, but Ellie De La Cruz stolen base now is freaking terrible. It's plus 100 half the time. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. Let's Mateo stolen base yesterday, averaging 4 plate appearances. Like I said, not bad average as far as 300, somewhere around there. So him to get a stolen base at plus 275 might not be bad. It's Ellie's line. Oh, it's over. It's because he's facing a lefty too. So his numbers, he struggles versus lefties. A little bit harder to steal. Obviously, Ellie's got the speed to do it, but you're getting a better number on Ellie because of the matchup today. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling along. All right, Rangers Royals here. Michael Wacha going for the Royals. Dane Dunning going for the Rangers. I kind of lean to runs in this game. I think the Kansas City offense, we don't really have to worry about too much. We know that they can score and they can hit. But this Rangers offense has been just kind of it's been unpredictable. We've seen them either they put up lots of runs or they put up no runs. They're pretty inconsistent right now. I think as long as they get 4 here, this over should be pretty live. I think Kansas City can get at least 4. Dane Dunning's last outing, 10 strikeouts versus the Reds. I mean, sure, it's the Reds. They can strike out a lot. Same with the Mariners. So his last two outings were solid, but Michael Wacha gave up 2 home runs to the Tigers his last outing, 4 earned runs, 9 hits, 5 2/3 innings. Both teams hitting righties well. Royals hitting righties a little bit better, 277. Home runs. See, Witt for a stolen base. He had one yesterday. Salvador Perez hit a home run yesterday. I mean, I can't believe they pitched him that pitch, but whatever. It was a nice one. Bobby Witt still has about 1,000 OPS, low K rate. Don't mind him to get a stolen base again. This game could be back and forth potentially, so he might have to steal a couple bags. Miguel Garcia can run. I don't mind his doubles. He's got pretty good sprint speed. And he should be hitting somewhat top of the lineup, if not lead off, usually. So him and Bobby Witt, I like in the top of the lineup, especially being the home team. They should still get 4 or 5 at bats. So those are the kind of the guys I would target as far as stuff like stolen bases. Miguel Garcia, let's see. When's the last time he hit one at home? Hasn't really been doing as much at home here. Vinny Pasquantino, again, hasn't been doing as much at home, more on the road. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Bobby Witt stolen base here, but I lean to the over at 8.5 in this game. But that's pretty much it for that one. Don't really have a lot. The weather, I mean, Kauffman Stadium is a harder stadium to hit home runs in just because of the outfield size. The wind could somewhat be blowing in and across the plate around 10 miles an hour. Shouldn't really have to deal with any rain in Kansas City, so that one should go, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. That's about it. All right, a couple more games to go, and we'll get out of here. Astros Mariners. This game I didn't really talk about much. Yesterday I was leaning towards the Mariners, didn't pull the trigger because I don't know. I couldn't quite get there. I liked them at plus 100 at the time, but I'm glad I stayed off because they ended up blowing it late. First 5 would have won, I think, but all right. Astros now won 2 straight games. Mariners have lost two in a row now. You got Lopez, Framber Valdez, the lefty, going against Logan Gilbert, the righty. See, the Mariners are 6-7 on the road. Astros are 7-10 at home. Mariners have won 6 of the last 10 meetings. 4-5-1 to the under. Logan Gilbert, 9 strikeouts his last outing versus the D-backs, which is actually really good. That was at home. He gave up a solo home run. I think it was to Christian Walker, but they ended up losing that game. 6 strikeouts the one before that versus the Rangers. 6 shutout innings. Framber Valdez, his last outing was 6 strikeouts in Mexico City. He only gave up 2 earned runs. I mean, it was to the Rockies, but He hasn't given up a home run in 3 straight starts. The Astros know Logan Gilbert pretty well. Jose Altuve, 22 at-bats, a home run, batting .455. He would probably be the one I would target for a home run if I was going to play a home run prop. He's also stolen a base in 3 of his last 5 games. He had a stolen base yesterday. Jose Altuve usually hitting leadoff. So I like Altuve props versus Gilbert. This could be another somewhat competitive game. These ones usually are. So I don't mind Altuve to steal a base or potentially hit a home run. On the other side, maybe Kyle Tucker. Obviously, Yordan Alvarez is always dangerous. Jorge Polanco hit a home run yesterday, or maybe he hit 2. I don't know. He hit 1 for sure. All right, so yeah, the Astros versus Yanier Diaz has a home run. Jose Altuve has a home run. Alec Bregman has 2 home runs, batting .364 versus Logan Gilbert. Yordan Alvarez has a home run, batting .250 versus him. Kyle Tucker, no home runs, 17 at-bats, .235 average. As far as on this team versus righties, Jose Altuve, 6 home runs, batting .354 versus righties. Alvarez has 4 home runs, batting .203. Kyle Tucker, 4 home runs, batting .260. Yanier Diaz, 2 home runs, batting .298. As far as the Mariners versus lefties, not really any guys as far as like home run hitters. Mitch Garver's kind of the top guy for home runs, but only has 2, batting .217. Not a lot of plate appearances, so it's kind of hard to go on that. Dylan Moore, Jorge Polanco, Mitch Haniger, Mitch Garver, they've all seen Framber Valdez multiple times before, all have decent numbers off him. I don't know. This one's kind of tough for me. I mean, I think Logan Gilbert is a little bit better as a pitcher. 40 innings this season, 2.0, 2 ERA, 0.80 WHIP. Looking at these bullpens, pretty similar as far as ERA over the last couple of weeks. Whips are pretty similar. Yeah. Astros have a higher walk rate, but I don't know, nothing crazy. I would lean to the Mariners, but I don't think I would play it. I didn't play it yesterday. Honestly, these games are just, they're hard to find an edge on, but I don't mind Jose Altuve to steal a base around plus 400 or so. I'd probably play that one. But as far as a side, lean to the Mariners. Don't really love it after yesterday, the way they blew the game. So I could see the Astros winning on it, honestly. So not my favorite. And my favorite game as far as trying to find anything that like sticks out. I mean, obviously the Astros probably going to be pretty public after winning yesterday. Wouldn't surprise me to see them taking a lot of money. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really love betting on the Mariners. I also can't watch any of their games where I live. There, like it's like a blackout. So I just makes me even more frustrated. All right, Mets Rays. Almost done. Let's go. So this was supposed to be Luis Severino versus Zach Littell, and now it's Christian Scott versus Zach Littell. This game I just skipped because last night when I was looking at it, once I seen there was a AAA call-up pitcher coming here, I just wasn't really sure what to expect. I don't know how deep he's going to go into the game. The Mets, let's see. Yesterday we seen 18 runs between the two. I think the game started no run first inning, and then all of a sudden it opened up and went crazy. The Mets, 11 straight losses on the road as underdogs versus the AL East. So for whatever reason, they struggle on the road versus AL East opponents. No data for Christian Scott as far as this season. His AAA numbers, not terrible, but I mean, it's AAA, so it's kind of hard. He pitched about 25 innings this season. ERA up about 3. Whip below 1. I don't know enough about him to go one way or another. Zach Littell, he's actually kind of gotten shelled his last few starts. He's given up 8 hits, 9 hits, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 earned runs, 2 earned runs, 2 home runs, a home run. So he's kind of been giving it up. So honestly, I mean, the Mets are not my favorite team to bet on at all this season. I've said it in previous videos. They're just a really frustrating team to bet on. So probably not pulling the trigger on this one. And seeing them as just slight underdogs. They're a 50-50 team against a Rays team that's below 50-50. This one, I could see the Mets winning this game after dropping yesterday's game. I don't know. This one just does not excite me at all. Francisco Lindor, I did bet him to hit a double yesterday. He did get it done. Other than that, let's see. What's his at? 340. I might go back to Lindor to hit another double, honestly. This Tampa Bay is the only dome that doesn't have a retractable roof, too. So in Rays games, you never have to worry about weather conditions or anything. It's all just pitcher and bullpen, hitter versus pitcher matchups, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. The Rays bullpen has also started to get better. They started the season off terribly. The Mets bullpen, in my opinion, is still better. They do have the edge. I could see the win. Like I said, I could see the Mets winning this game. But other than that, I don't really have much. I don't have any home run props in this game that I was like in love with. Yeah. Let's see who's. There's like nobody that's really sticking out to me right now. Let's just go. Padres D-backs, it is. All right. Ketel Marte's been on fire. Dude can run fast too. So Ketel Marte has hit a double in 4 straight games. Jake Cronenworth, another guy, like he's got good average versus righties. I kind of like him to hit a home run today. He hit 2 doubles yesterday. I could see him hitting another double, honestly. Luis Arias, I don't know if he's going to be in the lineup or not, but I mean, he only had to travel from Oakland if he was going to be in the lineup for today's game. So it wasn't like it was far. They probably had him on the jet last night right after. You know, they probably got him shipped off, got his jersey made. But Michael King, Brandon Pfaadt probably not my one of my least favorite pitchers in this Arizona Diamondbacks rotation right now. His last outing with the 11 strikeouts to the Mariners, I mean, he's been not bad. He's been serviceable, but he can give up the home run. He can give up sharp contact, and he can be very inconsistent. If I was going to target home runs in this one, on the Diamondback side is Christian Walker. He's got almost a 20% barrel rate, and on the other side, I mean, Tatis hit one yesterday. I like Cronenworth. 12.6% barrel rate. He hits righties well. I mean, Arizona probably, they might have the roof open tonight. I'm not sure. They should. I don't see why they wouldn't. Let's see. Cronenworth, 6 home runs, batting .326 versus righties with 25 RBIs. OPS over 1,000. K rate around 15%. So I like him. Tatis, 6 home runs, batting .282, 18 RBIs, 20% K rate, 837 OPS. Yeah, I like those two guys. Cronenworth's fought before. Tatis has seen him before, but Tatis doesn't have as good of a hitter history. Christian Walker hasn't seen Michael King, I don't think, and not in any recent years anyway. Diamondbacks have lost 7 of their last 10 games. Padres have lost 6 of the last 10, but then the Padres have now won 3 games in a row. I do lean to the Padres as a side. This Diamondbacks bullpen still does give me concern. Over the last 2 weeks, 4.76 ERA, 1.54 WHIP, allowing about 250 batting average, 14.5% walk rate, 18% K rate. So pretty bad bullpen numbers over the last 2 weeks when it comes to the Diamondbacks. Padres, 3.6 ERA, pretty similar batting average allowed, way lower walk rate around the 5% mark. K rate up in, 23% K rate. So, I mean, I trust the Padres bullpen a little bit more than I do the Diamondbacks bullpen. I like the Padres, the fact that they're getting plus money. I mean, it might be a bait. I don't know. I might be getting baited into this one, but I don't know. I lean to the Padres. I don't know. I don't like either one of these pitchers right now. Brandon Pfaadt's been not bad his last couple of starts as far as not like limiting damage. Michael King has kind of got rocked his last few. That one versus the Rockies was bad. He got destroyed versus the Phillies. So I get why the D-backs are favored here. Diamondbacks hitting below 200 versus right-handed pitching over the last 5 games. Padres hitting 290 versus righties, so pretty big difference there. I mentioned some of the guys I like versus a righty on the Padres side. Diamondbacks versus righties, all their numbers go down. Some of them go down pretty bad. Christian Walker was still my go-to guy. Ketel Marte, 275 average with 2 home runs. But all their numbers, Arizona's a big lefty hitting team, so once they face righties, they just seem to struggle a lot more. But I think Christian Walker could potentially catch a home run here. Other than that, I mean, a slight lean maybe to the over due to bad Diamondbacks bullpen and Michael King's potential to give up a lot. Other than that, I don't really have a ton. Cronenworth maybe for a double or a home run. I might bet both, but I think Cronenworth could hit a double too. It is a little bit more pitcher-friendly environment in Arizona. Sometimes it's harder to hit home runs there, but yeah. Cronenworth, Tatis, I don't know. You have to check the lineup to see if Arias is in. I wouldn't be surprised to see him hit a double his first Padres at bat, or first game in this game or something at least. He's hit a double in 3 of his last 5 games, but I don't know. He might be in the lineup, might not. All right, final game, Braves Dodgers. We're an hour and a half into this. Didn't really get very many people asking questions or nothing, so we'll just go over this last game quickly. Tyler Glasnow going here. Bryce Elder, I do have some concerns with in this game. Glasnow's been pretty solid, other than that one outing. Yesterday, the Dodgers they had the lead going into the 8th, and then they threw an absolute meatball to Ronald Acuna. Acuna smashed it out of the park, tied the game up, went to extra innings, took the lead. Dodgers tied it. Dodgers held off in the 11th and then walked it off in the bottom of the 11th. So we had the Dodgers yesterday, or I gave out the Dodgers yesterday on YouTube, so I was glad to see they actually came back, or after blowing the lead, came back and actually still ended up winning. Tyler Glasnow, 19 strikeouts his last 14 innings, 1 earned run, no home runs, 3 walks, versus the Blue Jays and the Mets, so it's not like they're terrible teams. Bryce Elder, let's see, this will be his 3rd start of the season. He's had 6 strikeouts in 12 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, which is that is the concern, is his control usually. Yeah, I trust Glasnow quite a bit more. I could see this being another close game. Shohei Ohtani, 22.4% barrel rate. He's got like 6 home runs. Let's see. 6 home runs versus righties. Oops. That's not done. There it is. 6 home runs, batting .372, 1.215 OPS versus right-handed pitching for Shohei Ohtani. Max Muncy, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs, .268 average, OPS just below 900. Mookie Betts, 5 home runs. He hasn't hit a home run recently, but .346 average. His OPS is over 1,000. You know he's going to most likely get on base. Will Smith, good numbers, 17 RBIs, .311 average, 2 home runs. So I like a lot of these hitters. Teoscar Hernandez has 13 RBIs, 4 home runs versus righties. Austin Podges, I think it's Podges, .342 average. He walked it off yesterday and got the win. It's nice to see the young guys doing stuff like that. So he's got 2 home runs too versus righties. OPS just below 1,000. I like lots of these guys in this Dodgers lineup. They're a pretty lethal lineup, but I mean, so is the Braves. Marcell Ozuna, 7 home runs, batting .287. Austin Riley hit a home run first inning yesterday, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs, .258 average. Acuna hit his second. How many? He's got 3 home runs now. 2. He hit his second home run. He's been super cold when it comes to hitting home runs. His average, usually he's like a 300 average hitter. He's been below average to say the least to start the season, but Michael Harris has got good numbers. I think I do trust Glasnow quite a bit more, but I mean, you're seeing the Dodgers as heavy favorites for a reason. As far as these bullpens go, the Dodgers bullpen over the last 2 weeks, 1.64 whip or 1.64 ERA with a whip below 1, allowing opponents to hit only 0.180. So 180 average, allowing opponents to hit. There's kind of a walk rate that's a little bit higher than I would like, but on the other side, the Braves bullpen, 2.72 ERA over the last 2 weeks, 1.29 whip, allowing opponents to hit 255. They do have about the same walk rate as the Dodgers. They have a higher K rate, though. Both these bullpens' home run per 9 is about the same at around 0.6. So I don't know. I feel like they're fairly evenly matched bullpens. There's a couple guys in this Dodgers bullpen that do concern me, but I wouldn't be surprised to see another fairly close game. But I also could really see Elder getting crushed in this game. So I'm hoping we see some more home runs in this one. I'm gonna have to wait till I see these lineups, but I wouldn't expect anybody to sit in this game. It should be all the main guys here. I could see maybe a Travis d'Arnaud hits a home run, but I think he hits way better versus lefties. He's only got one home run versus righties. He does hit lefties way better, but I think they're probably going to struggle versus Glasnow to start the game. So I'll probably be targeting more Dodgers in this one. Wind should be blowing out a little bit. Should be a somewhat decent evening with a little bit of humidity in the air. So hopefully that'll help the ball fly a little bit better. Total's looking like it's going to stay at 8.5 to 9. We only seen 7 runs yesterday. Braves have lost 3 of their last 4 games. Dodgers have won 3 of their last 4. I mean, I lean to the Dodgers, obviously. Don't love the price. Don't want to lay a -1.5 with not guaranteeing the last inning at bat. But as far as anything else, Let's see. Will Smith, like I said, he's got good numbers. Sorry. I don't know. I said Austin, didn't I? It's Andy. My bad. I don't know why I said Austin. Yeah, I was thinking of Austin Riley, I don't know, Austin Hedges. Who knows what I was thinking of? Yeah, I mean, I could see Shohei Ohtani hitting a home run here. I could see Max Muncy hitting a home run. On the others, Teoscar Hernandez, I think he hit one yesterday. Let's see. Will Smith has been on fire as far as getting hits, runs, and RBIs over 1.5. I actually don't mind that, but a lot of the books that I have don't let me bet hits, runs, and RBIs. I don't know why. It's stupid, but Will Smith over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Don't mind it. The play I gave out on YouTube was Dodgers team total over 3.5 and Shohei Ohtani to get a hit. It was like minus 120, I think. Mine was 125. That was what I was rolling with in the Dodgers game at the time of recording. So I'm gonna wait to see the lineups, but right now I still don't mind the Dodgers team total over 3.5 and Shohei Ohtani to record a hit. You could put Will Smith in there to get a hit. You probably get a little bit better odds just because Ohtani is Ohtani. You get less odds. You get worse odds when it comes to Ohtani. But Freddie Freeman hit a double yesterday. 5 plate appearances. We know Freddie Freeman can hit doubles. He doesn't usually he hits a good kind of, he has that swing that kind of goes across. He doesn't usually get under the balls as much. He doesn't hit for power. He's only got an 8% barrel rate this season, so he's not like mashing the ball or nothing, but he has let's see, where is it? Pull 37.4% pull rate. He's also got pretty good. A lot of the things with Dodgers is they got pretty good plate discipline, so they're pretty good when it comes to that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna lay minus 185 with the Dodgers, but I think they could get. I think they can get 4 runs again, and I think Will Smith or Shohei Ohtani or both can get a hit. So that's kind of all I got for that. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. Not very many people on here. Usually there's at least a couple hundred, but whatever. We went over every game at least. Had a couple inputs from my boy TJ. Shout out to TJ from DTL doing his own thing too. He's giving out picks. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Like the videos, dropping daily picks videos. The daily home run report on the shorts video, usually in the morning, and then sometimes doing random lives. Usually weekends, better, just a little bit easier to talk about day slate, more people around. But that's all I got for you guys. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Good luck today. Peace.